Yeah, so I mean, I'm still sort of pursuing sort of the niggle in my soul to just like create the ultimate mattress resource, the ultimate review for the world of sleep and mattresses, and so that's still very much our focus. I think we are closer today than we've ever been. Bringing in the durability testing machine, I think is going to be a super cool, just level of information gain that's just like not out there. For whatever reason, mattress manufacturers like don't publish this data. I think they should because it would let
Mm.
people buy with confidence, but most of them do not. And many of the other testing laboratories like won't let them share the data, which I think is just insane. So I want to be able to publish that data. I want to be able to do it at the biggest scale that we possibly can be, because I think it's something that consumers will find really both interesting and informative, because you'll just be able to buy a bed with confidence. Or if you do find a bed that's like cheap and you wonder how good it is, it might not be perfect, but maybe the durability test is still good enough that you could buy with confidence. And so I'm really excited about, again, just continuing to perfect our process, our reviews, our videos, to do everything we can to make the best review possible. And then just sort of secondarily, just trying to make sure people know about us. That's why we're, here on today's podcast and doing what we can to just make sure people know we exist, so that, when they're in the market for a new bed, that they can find us, that they remember us, and that we can hopefully help them, find the mattress that they're looking for.
I know for sure that my next bed is going to. I'll take a gander at NAPLAB and see what's going on. Hopefully, I don't have to buy a bed for a while. I think on average
Hopefully.
they last like 13 years or something.
Yeah, you should get, I think 10 years is a pretty safe estimate. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. It depends on how you're using it, body types, environmental factors, some other things. But for the most part, 10-ish years. And again, pretty much everything coming out of 3Z's factory for the most part is really solid. So I don't think you'll have any problems with longevity.
And then your statement about transparency of pros and cons. It's not like transparency is like a bad thing. I think transparency is good, right? But like the way that you phrased it was more like, hey, I just want to inform the world on whether or not they understand what they're getting into. I think that's the perfect way to phrase it. Is like there's
Yeah.
not a good or bad option. Like you might have a budget. There might be 3 beds in your budget, 4 beds. But from there, you have different pros and cons you have to think about. Like this bed might be rock solid for the first 5 years, but if you're buying a budget bed, then maybe you don't care about it lasting 10 years, but you want something that's like the best sleep for like 3 years. And then the durability on that bed just diminishes after 3 years. But then, well, at 3 years, you're ready for a, a bed that you would say is more expensive and higher quality bed. But knowing that is the important thing. Like, I think there's a lack of transparency and continued lack of transparency with all this stuff going on in the world where
Yeah.
there's news, there's social media, there's paid influencers, paid reviews. I recently had a podcast episode last week about Stretch with Andy Elwood, and his mission is about transparency and pricing with groceries, and yours
Mhm.
is transparency and like I would say I would phrase it as proof. Now I'm messing up. I lost my own words in my own statement, but I guess proof of quality. Like
Yeah.
NAPLAB is a proof of quality, where as before, the proof of quality is kind of confusing, and it's more of brand driven proof of quality versus subjective, not subjective, objective proof of quality, rigorous testing that can be comparable.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's again, the sort of industry in the U.S. for mattresses is really, it's very asymmetrical. The mattress brands have all the knowledge, all the information. They have the exact specs. They know the gauge of the coils. They know the density of the foams. They largely choose to not share that because those metrics can help you understand the actual quality and longevity of the mattress. They have their F1566 testing protocols. They are choosing not to share them. I think that's just wrong. I think consumers should have the same information to know what's in that product. Is it good? Is it quality? Is it going to work for me and my budget? And so that really is where I'm hoping NAPLAB can help fill that gap.